too, wasn't
That was a Friday night, every Friday
it? Yeah. Colonel, we just load that eagle up. Well, the MWRs should load that eagle up, man. And, I took a couple trips up there, took them up there, man, and everybody sober going up and come back with a busload of drunks, man. Just oh man, they get on my nerves, man.
See, we was upset when MWR started coming because we found out we was going up there before that. Then the word got out. Then half of Dover was up in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Could creep no more.
No, remember they had the robot up in there.
Yeah, man. Had that bar that was swinging around. He used to rock back and forth.
The robot name was Pulsar.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm up in there one night, man. So look, I know I ain't been drinking, man, but this bar feel like it's moving.
Yeah, it rotated. It was a rotating bar.
Hey, that you be on the front, then you be on the back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they had it going on.
That was a long ride back to Dover, boy.
Oh my God, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, that was a ride. Ride
out, bro.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yes, sir. Let's get down to some business, man. A whole lot going on. Bill, they done put the guard out there in your city? We had the shooting down at what that Fort? Was that that after we met last week?
That was last. Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stewart. But that was after we met, right?
Right.
No, that was when we met last time.
That was before. Okay.
It was the same Wednesday.
Hmm.
It was that Tuesday. I think it was that Tuesday.
Oh,
was it that Tuesday?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, we got the troops down there in D.C., man, and I don't know, man. This dude here, man. I had a lady send me write a little thing there and kind of tag me on it, saying that don't know if we should be talking the way we talking and all of this, scared that we might get some repercussions eventually from a man and all of that. So I don't know. I'm gonna ask you guys how you guys feel about that. But before we get started, Bill, what's going on, man? I'm gonna call you the expert down there in DC. You being from DC. Tell me what's going on, man, and what you think will come out of this. You think this gonna hurt some of the businesses around there, and you think he's gonna start rounding up some of them young black kids and all this kind of stuff? What do you think is going on, man? What's gonna happen?
What took you so long to ask me?
I had to warm my mic up, man.
Senator Estes Kefauver of Tennessee was on the district committee, and many years ago, I think about 1951 or something like that, maybe around 53, he did a report on home rule in the District of Columbia. And I had to research this when I was in undergraduate school. So I remember this because what it pointed out was when DC was first started, they had a commission for a while. Then they gave the people home rule. And DC had home rule from like 1790 something or maybe 1801 to 1874. Then it went back to a commissioner system where you had 3 commissioners appointed by the president. And most of the time I was in DC, we grew up under that. The problem was DC had between 500,000 and 700,000 people who were U.S. citizens, who paid federal taxes, who were drafted in the military, could be drafted, served in the military, but they had no representation in Congress, in the House of Representatives, or senators, or home rule. You had these Southerners, I remember these Southerners who dictated what went on in the city. I can remember a guy over in Virginia, Wilbur Mills. They would tell the people in the District of Columbia. Now, a lot of people said that home rule, before home rule, that the city worked well, the commissioners had it working well. Well, it did to a certain extent, But if there was a crime in your neighborhood, I knew to get in the house because if any black they caught out there, they would do a roundup, and the brother with the softest head was guilty.
Mm.
So if you had a soft skull, you better get off the street
Mm-hmm.
because they do roundups. I can remember back in '53 going to a neighborhood dance. The police raided the dance, claiming there were gang members in there, and lined us all up, intimidated us, and all that. And they let me go. I went on home
Mm.
because I didn't look like a gang member,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't. Uh, but I remember that just at a party. It was a neighborhood party.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that if we were on the street corner in my neighborhood talking, police would come past and tell us to get off the corner. And if you didn't, they would give you a police record as a juvenile, which meant you couldn't get a job. So all of these things I experienced in D.C. when it was under a commission that was run by a commission.
Mm-hmm.
Then in 1973, they decided to give the city home rule. That I was back in the States from Vietnam, down in Texas training. I went home. My oldest brother was bragging about how happy he was that the district had home rule and what it would lead to. I said, hold on, brother. I said, have you lost your mind? Do you think that these white folks are going to let some N-words run the capital of the white world?
Mm.
I said, before they do that, they'll drop an atom bomb on DC and to save mankind.
Mm.
And since he sent the police back there, I've been trying to call my oldest brother who's been in there talking about statehood and all that. I told him, white folks was not going to let no N-words run the capital of the white world.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you see happen.
Mm-hmm.
Crime. I mean, white folks gentrifying the city. You move into, you see a bargain on a house, because any house in the District of Columbia might be no windows in it, just a shell, cost you $400,000.
Wow.
Well, some white folks, they go and they can get loans that black people couldn't get the upkeep. So they go get a house in a neighborhood that is dangerous. And they renovate the house and everything like that, man. And they go in there and think, just because I moved in, it's not going to be dangerous anymore.
Mm.
And they go walking on the street, get hit in the head, and then they complain the city's unsafe.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, look, my son was going to buy a house, saw a house, asked me about it, off of New York Avenue and North Capitol Street. I said, boy, have you lost your mind? I said, the street around the corner is an open market for heroin. This is where the heroin addicts to go buy their stuff.
Mm.
I said, you gonna come in there with your money and your car, drive a Mercedes there, be there by yourself. Brother, get your fight game, or you have to be well armed.
Mm-hmm.
When my son saw that, every time we ride past that place, he said, Pop, that's the best advice you ever gave me. I said, man, look.
Yeah.
My brother lives out in the Southeast. Now, they haven't sent any of them guards, 800 guards. In Southeast war, they ain't gonna do nothing.
Mm.
My brother lives in the danger zone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go there after dark. If I go there after dark, he has a permit. I tell him, bud, come out the house strapped. You gotta walk me to my car.
Mm.
Because the other day I went to pick him up, and I saw a brother laying in the street high off drugs, stumbling. When I came back, they had robbed him. His wallet was on the street, and he was still there, laying in the street high off drugs.
Dang.
You have these kind of neighborhoods, but my point is, the president has always wanted to do that. This was a king does. And he said that I'm going to straighten out DC. Well, it's an easy way to straighten out DC. Give the city government the $1 billion that you took from them.
Amen.
Give them back the $1 billion and give them more than that. Because one of the things I talk about DC, man, my father was a school teacher. And when they shifted and got home rule, they asked DC employees who were retired, would they change their retirement program from the federal government to the district government? My old man said no. Smartest thing he ever did, because you know what happened? All of them teachers and DC employees who changed over to the DC system,
Went bankrupt.
when DC went bankrupt, they was in a pickle. My father was laughing. Oh, I still get my treasury checks, son. I say, I know, Pop, that's the smartest thing you probably ever did in your life. It's not switch over. Because the federal government, when they gave them home rule, they underfunded the city. They didn't give the city enough municipal funds to operate. And anytime you fail to give any enterprise, you undercapitalize the enterprise, you doom it to failure. You doom it to failure. Now, the other thing that has me mad, so you get me excited when you talk about DC. King Donald I was on there talking about, well, we got the mounted police or the park police, and we got the National Guard. My question was, where were they on January the 6th?
Right.
He didn't call.
Oh, but he's going to call them up because a white boy in a 1400 block of Swan Street going to intervene with a carjacking, and he gets beat up, and they calling him big balls.
He didn't intervene. It was 3 o'clock in the damn morning. He's 19 years old. What is he doing out there?
Right.
Well, he was trying to buy some sex.
Yeah,
He got beat up.
Or
See,
some
I
drugs.
know,
Or some
I know
drugs.
Swan,
he set him up.
I know Swan Street. I know that area. My wife asked me about it. I said, Swan? What is it, Swan?
Yeah.
Shit.
3 o'clock in the morning. That's when he got hit.
3 o'clock in the morning. What was he doing?
And I guarantee the girl that he picked up was the one set him up.
But he was, what did they say? He was training for UFC. He was going to be in a UFC contest. No, man, he wasn't out doing no road work.
And then the two people they arrested was two 15-year-olds, a boy and a girl.
He might be making a drug run too now.
He was making a drug.
They like that powder.
He was doing it for the other big balls. Yeah.
So you see, you asked me about DC, and I'll end it with this. Estes Kefauver, a Southern Democrat in the 50s, his committee wrote that the reason that DC didn't have home rule, that home rule was taken away from the District of Columbia in 1874, is because there were too many blacks.
That's not a surprise.
There were too many blacks. So what Trump is doing from my standpoint of view, me knowing everything that I know about the District of Columbia, it's just a reaffirmation for white folks. I'm reaffirming white supremacy, and we're going to put these, what does he call, I don't know what he calls black people, but he probably has a
thugs. They thugs.
Yeah. We're going to put these thugs and criminals in their place. We're going to solve crime.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
And the tragic part about it, he calls out the National Guard.
Yeah.
You know how many black folks, DC residents, are in the National Guard?
I saw a bunch of them from what I saw on TV.
We might end up seeing an incident like we saw in the Philippines when Ferdinand Marcos brought the tanks out on the people in the Philippines. The people stood in front of the tanks and the soldiers wouldn't do nothing against them.
Right.
Because they weren't going to kill their own relatives. Now, you think these people are going to go there and beat up folks and do what Trump says he wants them to do? Man, this man, See, you get me excited. This is the most excited I've been lately.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about DC,
Yeah.
and it's criminal. It's criminal.
You think it's
Uh,
gonna hurt the businesses around there? Because
you know,
I mean, I don't know that much about DC as far as where he's staging these troops and all of that. Do you think it's gonna hurt some of the business folks and all of this? What do you think?
well, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna hurt anybody. I don't think it's gonna hurt the drug dealer,
You don't think so?
and I don't think it's gonna hurt businesses east of the river
Mm-hmm.
because at this point they haven't sent anybody across the Anacostia River over
Mm-hmm.
there in far northeast and southeast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're sending them into Ward 7 and 8 over
Mm-hmm.
there. Uh, what would 800 guardsmen and all them ICE people do over in Ward 8? You ever
Mm-hmm.
been over there?
Nothing. Ain't gonna do nothing. Same thing they did when they was in LA. They went up one street and got chased back down.
Mm-hmm.
So you asked me what I think.
Yeah.
I think that Trump is doing that to divert attention from the Epstein files
Right. I was just about to ask you that. Yeah. Part
and
of distraction too.
show white folks that he gonna control these. What do you call us? Bobby, what did you call us? I don't want to be on your Zoom using language.
What do you say? Thugs.
Thugs. Call us thugs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Criminals.
Not only that, they call the younger ones punks. The girl from the Fox News came out and said those punks.
Punks.
Call
Yeah.
them punks.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well, Fox had a damn loop of some black folks in D.C. stealing some clothes off of a rack in a store, I guess, where they raided a store. Last night I was just kind of walking by the TV, and I mean, every time I looked at that TV, man, they were just showing that loop of these black folks stealing clothes, man. They just, talking about us, black people, and Trump putting the guard and all of this up in D.C. and all this shit. So, yeah.
They talk about black folks stealing and Trump and the White House stealing $3.4 billion.
Oh, yeah.
So
Ain't
they
Ain't
can't
he, man? Yeah, he getting it in, ain't
$3.4 billion. They say he's already accumulated.
he? And they good with it.
Yep.
They good with it, Smitty. I think they good with it. I don't hear too many people raising hell about it.
Saying the thing about it. And he's stealing right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes, sir.
brothers, I don't want y'all to forget Katrina. In Katrina, the black folks were looters. The white folks were getting survival.
Mm.
Yep.
They were looting. They were getting survival equipment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm saying where they talking about looting in DC, these are brothers just getting survival equipment.
Mm.
There's a book out said the best way to rob a bank is to own.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yep, and that's exactly what they doing.
Yeah. What do you think, Matt?
Hey, I just think, back to you remember the years when the black guy would assault that white woman? This is just reincarnation of that idea. That white boy, big balls.
Mhm.
Yes.
And they should call him no balls.
Mhm.
But
They should ask him where's balls.
yeah, I mean,
And
that's the only reason that because this white guy all of a sudden got his ass beat. They're gonna send the troops in there because you can't have the white boy being beat. That's white supremacy by definition.
Mhm.
and have you noticed that with all the press around, nobody's interviewed that woman that was with him?
Mm.
Huh?
Well, they're not interested in knowing what happened.
They know what's happened. They already know what happened, and they don't want to know because they don't. And obviously, I bet you, she wasn't no white girl. Otherwise, they'd have pushed her in front of the camera, right? he probably snatched some sister off the street.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want that. They didn't want that on the camera. So ain't no of all that. They said he tried to save her. She was in the car. I ain't seen a picture of her yet. I ain't seen an interview from her yet.
Mm.
Why don't y'all stop telling the truth?
Mm.
Y'all need to stop telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he was downtown looking to give some scholarship money away.
uh,
That what he was doing?
Yeah.
and he
Mm.
probably donated because he got his ass beat. I saw the pictures. So he
Mhm.
donated to somebody's scholarship.
Mm.
You,
It was
it just, you
15.
said he was a beginner MMA guy. Well, he need to give that career up because it ain't gonna work out for him.
Don't quit your day job.
Y'all know the ages of the people that whipped him, don't you?
15.
15-year-old girl and a 15-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Mm.
And every time
Mm.
he tell the story, he say there were more people.
Mm. Wow.
Hilarious.
Mm.
Wow.
Well, let me tell you this, Ben. Y'all said the kids was 15.
Yeah.
You guys probably ain't heard about this, but right up the road from me, the next I guess the next little town or whatever city. I don't know, Joe, you may have. I think it was in the local news, and you and I get some of the same local channels. A husband and wife veteran, husband's Army veteran, the wife's Army veteran, 15-year-old nephew that I'm assuming they were raising, shot him, killed his wife, and killed his mother yesterday.
Good Lord.
15 years old, all black folks.
Mm.
Right now, there's no motive has been brought up as to why he did what he did. But yeah, man, these were two Army combat veterans. 50, the guy was 54, 57. His wife she's an Army vet. She's 54, and the grandmother, the man's mother, was 74 years old.
Good Lord.
He just smoked him, man. 15 years old. So I'm waiting to hear what that was all about. I got some
The one about
in my head. Huh?
that wasn't the one about the mom took the phone away from him, was it?
No, they don't know what it's about. This happened yesterday. Nobody said what it was, what the motive was yet. But I
Yeah.
can only assume 15 years old, somebody maybe snatched that damn PlayStation away from him or some old crazy shit. Who knows, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they haven't put anything about a motive yet. You didn't hear about that, did you, Joe? Down in Lillington. You know what Lillington, North Carolina is, right, Joe?
Somebody was talking about that tonight.
Yeah, it happened yesterday. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah,
15-year-olds, man, they terrible, man.
yeah,
I'm telling you, man. I mean, every time, down here, man, in Fayetteville, they got these little jump parks that these kids go to, man. There's one place called the Main Event, and you can just about guarantee that about every weekend, man, there's gonna be some shit popping off. And every time they show it, man, it's us. I don't understand why these
And
black kids, man, can't just go out there and just, they got them damn hoodies on, 85 degrees, 90 degrees outside, walking around with hoodies on and sweatpants, and in the damn wintertime they walk around with t-shirts on.
I seen them.
I ain't never seen nothing like it. Just backwards as hell.
Mm.
I
Well,
don't know.
I'm recommending that the king send some guard troops to Henderson. Y'all told me Henderson is rough. Mr. Brody told
Joe,
me Henderson is,
tell him, Joe.
is like a Wild West town.
Tell him,
it
Joe.
is.
Tell
That's
him,
why
Joe.
That's why a lot of people won't move into this town, because of the crime rate here. Crime rate is high as it is in Durham. And Durham is up the road a ways, but in Henderson they have shootings all the time. I'm talking about killings, taking out whole families.
What's going on, Joe? Yeah, I mean, I've seen some reports in Henderson, man, where people go in, ain't seen nobody in the house in 2-3 days, and they go in there, everybody in the damn house done get shot up. What's going on, man?
Just ain't nothing for these young folks to do around here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't
Well, I know
enough going on.
too much going on, but damn, I mean, can't they get out? Can't they drive to Durham 35 miles, Raleigh, what, 15, 20-minute ride?
Nah, they ain't trying to do that.
Hmm.
They ain't trying to do that.
Hmm.
Henderson bad, bro.
Yeah.
The only
Well,
reason I'm
I
still
normally
here.
try to get out there before dark when I go. I can tell you that. Well,
The
fact.
only reason I'm still here is I bought my house, and my house is still out here at the lake, and I got a lakefront house out here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason I'm still here.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah, I was just reading that story, man.
About the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
uh,
read it too.
yeah, I heard about it tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't see no motive, did you?
A 10-year-old, no motive. A 10-year-old was the one that called 911.
Right. Yeah, he spared the 10-year-old.
They still ain't got the motive from the Fort Stewart.
Right. Ain't heard
We
nothing
got a
about
whole
that
lot
either.
of stuff going around, but there ain't nothing really coming concrete.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, if we ain't heard nothing about the ear caper, we ain't gonna hear nothing about that too
No,
soon.
you ain't good. You good.
No.
Yeah, the great ear caper, we ain't heard nothing else about that.
You know what? I hear nothing about it. Man, the ears.
Hey, I was looking at that right again, because they keep showing the thing. So I've been watching a lot of the black exploitation movies here lately, right? So I'm watching um Three the Hard Way.
Mm-hmm.
The hallway.
And I was looking at the blood.
Red Windsor.
I was looking at the blood in the movie, and I thought about the ear caper, and I swear that blood looked the same.
It was.
It looked like some Hollywood blood.
Yeah. If you look at the picture, you can see where he bite down and he gritting his teeth, and that was when he was biting on that damn capsule.
Oh, they kept.
And and who stages that stuff is the WWE. And who is the head of his education?
Yeah.
Right?
There you go.
You think there's an accident?
They good at it.
All right.
Well,
matter of fact, he's staging the doggone WWE event at the White House. So who better to stage that than them?
before you get too deep into the conspiracy now, that did end up two people being dead.
Oh, absolutely. But it wasn't. But he knew that was going to happen from the get-go. All right.
Huh?
You had to kill somebody to make it look real.
You saying they would actually go that far, Smitty, to sacrifice two human beings?
Absolutely.
Do it all the time.
Oh, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Hey, who does the military sacrifice?
Yep.
Put the youngest one out there.
Absolutely.
They got a word for it. What they call it? I can't think of the word they use for it.
Mm.
But
that boy was on that roof a long time though, wasn't
he? Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
And people had identified him.
And you want to know what else? Donald Trump talking about everything else over and over again. He ain't never mentioned it again.
Right. He don't talk too much about that.
He never mentioned the dude that shot him.
No.
The dude, like I said, if you
He
offend
wasn't a thug though.
right.
Mm.
He was not a thug.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't a thug, was he?
No, he was not a thug.
Mm.
They never
And they didn't send the National Guard into that city.
No.
Bobby, he just had some mental issues.
Yeah, he
But
didn't
that's
send
something.
Oh,
Yeah.
All of them.
every white boy's got mental issues, right?
Yeah, he
Right.
had mental issues.
The guy that shot up. What's that building he shot up? He did a couple days ago.
Oh, the
CDC.
CDC.
CDC
Yeah.
building.
CDC building. Yeah.
He has some mental issues, right?
Yeah.
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 Oh, 500 bullets he put up in that building.
Yeah.
But hey, listen, he's not a thug.
No.
Yeah.
They were trying to get Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Sound like the Jewish dude on Coming to America. Nah, he's not a thug.
The barbershop.
Oh my God.
Good.
Hey, man. Hey, Tessa, man. You gotta have some fun with it. You're gonna lose your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't believe, and I said it last week. You can't believe that people can actually be sucked into this the way that these people are sucked in.
Exactly.
It's got to be some other motive. It's got to be. And the only other thing about that is, let's get these black people in check.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But they got to understand, like old girl said, this ain't the 1940s and 50s.
No.
You know, we don't want to die, but we gonna fight.
Absolutely.
And that's what they don't understand, Bobby. It is not that period.
No.
And the folks that are around today, you know, it's been said that it's not your cause if you're not willing to die for it.
Mm-hmm.
And all them protesters in Virginia and all the other places. Look what happened in Cincinnati when the brothers showed up with their long guns.
Mm-hmm.
Was
Yeah.
that no? Was it Memphis? Remember a couple years ago in Memphis?
No, that was wasn't that when they went down to Stone Mountain?
Was it Stone Mountain?
It was when they went down to Stone Mountain.
Yeah, they was all out there with they vest on and everything. And the brothers showed up, got a formation going. He called up the attention and everything.
Yeah.
Needless to say, them other people hauled ass.
It said ain't no fun when the rabbit got a gun.
There
That's
ain't
what's happening.
Ain't none.
What they call them, the MFA, M or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
not,
something like that.
Not fucking around, militia.
Yeah.
They called it.
Yeah.
They showed up, man, strong, didn't they?
Boy, them boys came in there, they hauled ass.
Hey, when I saw the chick with her, she was.
Oh man.
There's a lot of people you don't mess with, but you don't mess with a woman with a gun. And
Yeah.
you definitely don't mess with a woman with a gun that shoot a whole lot of bullets.
Yes, sir.
Because
I think they ready for business, man.
Man,
but I think what they don't understand is people that they see on TV that they call thugs, right? They're using the gun. They're not coming out there all dressed up with sweatbands and headbands and slogans on and bulletproof vests. They shooting.
And they've shot before.
Exactly.
Their first time.
A gun is not something to walk around with like it's a article, a fashion item or something like that.
Nah.
Because they don't understand.
They be looking for that manifesto. Yeah. Like man ain't got no damn manifesto.
The law of the jungle say if you pull it out, I'm gonna have to get you before you get me.
Absolutely.
They don't understand that. Talking about carry this and carry that. Them fools are gonna get shot. The same thing with them guardsmen. They keep putting them boys out there, and everybody that's been in the military or associated with the military, you know, the guard don't receive training like that.
Right.
They're not a combat unit.
That's right.
They not built to go hand to hand combat and all that other shit. They gonna get them kids hurt, man.
And
that's what's gonna happen. And then he gonna say, "See, I told you, right?"
I saw
setting them kids up, man.
I saw a
Put them in harm's way.
Of ICE stopping. They stopping some guys sitting on the damn stoop, and they want to ask them questions in the middle of the night. I said, "Yeah, they gonna mess around and get killed."
It almost got out of control in California.
Oh yeah.
It almost got out of control, but they reined it back in. He backed off too.
You notice they didn't go back down there either.
He was down there messing with them some of those really bad gangs they got down there.
And they did it for a reason.
Yeah, what gang member did they arrest in California?
None.
Not a single one.
They know exactly where they
ran them off, man. They ran them back.
What person did they arrest in California?
They arrested some people though, but it won't a lot.
They arrest them at Home Depot. They ain't arrest them down there in the
hood. Are they still out there in California? He still got the guard out there in California,
no. They sent
I think they're still there.
I think they went back to their unit. It's costing them money because they never see what he does, and people don't realize is he sent those guys out there, right? And there's no paperwork, no official paperwork for them to get paid, benefits, and all these things. We'll do that later. Then when they go back to their unit, they are not going to get that money, and they're not going to get those benefits.
They just did a thing on that. I just saw it where they asked Hegseth, it was 134 million. And they asked Hegseth, how much did it cost? And he was like, he passed it off to somebody else. And
he can't answer that.
They was like, it cost 134 million. then they said, well, where'd the money come from?
Right.
And they said it came from their BAS and BAQ money or something like that. It came from. So he was like, well, how did that happen? Is that how they got paid? And that's how you? He's like, wait a minute. That money is appropriated somewhere else. How are you going to do that? So this is the thing that they're doing, and trying to rob Peter to pay Paul, but they too dumb to know how to do the things that they need to do because they're doing it off the cuff. Yeah. Because he said, I want them down there tomorrow. Yeah. You can't do that.
You can't mobilize that.
And look, and the thing about it though, Bob, is that the Republican Party is in all of the laws, they have the power of the purse.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But with them out of the way, he can do what he want to do.
But even with that, and you 100% right. But even with that, you can't set up anything like that. You say Sunday, I want this to happen, and I want them in there on Monday. You can't do that because it's so. And going back to the bureaucracy thing that they don't want. Those are the things that need to be taken care of.
Who's going to stop him though, Bob?
Every dot has to be.
Who's going to stop him? That's the old way it used to be done. But who's going to stop him?
But the bottom line is.
But and Joe, you like I said, you 100% right. But that's the thing that's going to get them in trouble, right? Because I mean, I'm not even hoping anymore. I see that it's going to happen. That they're going to get voted out, and all of that stuff that they're doing that's illegal. They're gonna have to answer for that, right? And that's
Bob,
when they start.
And here we go again, Bob. I really don't think that they're gonna have another election.
Well,
they're not gonna have an election.
That's never. Listen, they either gonna have another election, or they really gonna be in for some shit because we're not the only ones in this fight. We're not the only ones now that's feeling like it's only gonna hurt somebody else. That's not happening anymore because it's hurting everybody.
Yeah.
And those people, just like we are sitting on here talking, they're somewhere talking too, and they pissed off, and they going to them. When you look at those town halls, you don't see a whole lot of us in them town halls.
No, they hot too.
And they smoking hot.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is the reason that you see all those 30-day limits is that the presidential power can only go 30 days. Then if you're trying to allocate money, that's got to go through Congress. They're going to have a vote on it somehow.
See, they call themselves and got smart now. They went in, and the Civil Rights Act of 1965 was where that it was solid. Now they done broke that down to just one mandate.
Oh yeah,
that one mandate went before the judges, the Supreme Court recently.
Yes.
And they get ready. They're gonna do away with they can go in and do all of this gerrymandering that they're doing.
Yep.
And it's gonna be legalized. And then see, they did it in North Carolina where me and Chester's at. They done it down here. Reverend Barber brought it to everybody's attention that they are cutting these local the maps. They're cutting them up so it's all dealing with racial.
But even and I definitely understand that. But guess what? You can do all of that, but people still got to vote.
Right.
Yeah.
They still got to vote. Just like if you see the thing with Jasmine Crockett, Max girl, right? You see her talking to the people in Texas, right? And the one lady, she asked Jasmine a good question. And Jasmine explained it to her. And she said, well, this district over here is Democratic and they voted a white person in. And this district is Republican and they voted a black person in. She said it's not the fact that this person was voted in or that person was voted in. Only thing they're doing is trying to make these things more white.
Right.
Sure.
Right. So, but even though they make it more white, that don't mean they vote for the person that they want.
Right, right.
This gerrymandering thing, it's the national political system, which means that the whole state almost is voting for that person,
right,
or those people. So even if they do that, this is how I look at it, and it sounds a little stupid to me, because even if they do that, after hearing the thing with Jasmine Crockett, I was thinking the same way everybody else was thinking. But even if they do that and those people vote for the black Democrat over there, it's still not going to work for them.
And they've been doing that in Texas for years, which is why since 1836, I think, when Texas became a state, there ain't never been nobody that's ever ran the state of Texas except white people. And if you look at the demographic, Hispanic and black, there's more blacks and Hispanic in Texas than damn near every other state. But there's never been anybody but white folks that ran Texas, and that is why. And they've been doing it forever.
And let them white folks, or them black folks, or them Mexicans, or Latinos, or whatever, they got to get out and vote. If they don't vote,
they gonna come strong.
Yeah. But if you see what they did when they went down to Houston, what they did was they knew that they was coming out to vote. So what they did was, in that particular district, they took out damn near all the damn voting booths. So you had to a damn whole day to vote. So there's a whole lot of ways they're doing it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Real way.
and ain't no public transportation out to where the damn poll is either.
You saw what they did in Georgia, where they said, okay, it's illegal to even bring a chair or some water to somebody in the vote.
Yeah. You can't bring no water.
So they're doing all kind of other stuff because they know that if all things are equal, they all go get voted the hell out. They know that. So they try to change the rules, which is why they try to gerrymander and get extra seats, because they know it's going to be a bloodbath. If everybody shows up to vote and everybody pissed off, they're going to show up to vote, that they in trouble. And they just trying to even the odds as much as they can.
But in this country, the people in this country that vote, what's the percentage of the total vote count in the country?
About 30%.
About 60 in a presidential election. You'll have about 63% is the most of the eligible voters, which means you have 37% of the eligible electorate that doesn't even vote.
Right.
Off year elections, it's around maybe 57, 58%.
It's low.
But the real thing is, if we wanted to fix our country, our system, we would have proportional representation rather than single member districts for representation. And proportional representation means that in Texas, if the population is 11% black, 25% Hispanics, blacks would get 12% of the representatives, and Hispanics would get 25%.
Absolutely.
But that's what, and that's exactly what, again, Max Girl was saying, Jasmine Crockett. That's what she was saying. The representation is not there, and that was her biggest fight. It wasn't about as much as the gerrymandering thing as it was representation. If there's a state, a city, or whatever that's like the Colonel said, if it's 37% black,
right,
42% white, 58% Hispanic, then the representation should fit those things. Regardless of, the representation should fit those things.
Amen.
And that's what Crockett is talking about and fighting for. Not the fact that I want them in there because they're black. No, I want them in there to represent the people that need to be represented.
There you go. That's it right there.
My brothers, it's even worse than that. How many bricklayers do you have in the House of Representatives?
And that too. it goes back to if you do something and you go to court and you gotta sit in front of a jury. You're a black man and you look at the jury and they say, we're gonna have 12 of your peers.
Right.
They don't look like you, do they?
You looking around like, well, where they at?
Right.
Where they at? Because I ain't never seen her down on 33rd and Dolphin.
Hey, Bobby, they just have to be in your age group.
Right.
Another thing, though, Bobby, man, to add on to that, let me tell you now. You have to think. Sometimes you have to think like Donald Trump think. You know what I mean? Now, if he think he's gonna lose that election and have a bloodbath, think about it. He can start a war or anything. Right. And that election will be off.
Well,
you see what I'm saying? This is what you got going. You're going against those old rules and old regulations are out the window now.
Oh yeah.
You got to lace up the gloves now and fight this guy.
And your mic went off, Joe. He's still talking, Mike.
This guy right here. Hold on, I got it.
Okay.
This guy right here. Who would have ever thought that he would take all 7 swing states? Who would have ever thought that? Because he is crooked. He bought that out. He bought that election.
Yeah, he cheated.
He cheated to get that election. He did not win that election fair.
Yeah, Elon had Elon's money.
Starting to tear the system down so that he can win the midterms. But it's already started.
He won it by the thing that we one of the biggest true statements that's ever come about in the world since this world has been a world and people have been living on it, and that is money is the root to all evil, right? So everybody wants that green. So when people start talking green, people start changing their minds.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give you for every vote you get, I'm gonna give you $1 million.
Oh yeah, Musk did that.
Yeah.
Look, who else did that? George Bush did that.
Tactics, man.
Bush gave y'all $600 for y'all vote. Y'all didn't know that, did y'all?
No, what?
Yeah.
Took it back.
Bush gave them rebates.
He took it back taxes at the end of the year.
Yeah, he did.
But they didn't know that. It didn't matter at the end of the year. It's right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he did.
Every penny he gave you, he took it right back at the end of the year taxes.
This he's able to do whatever he wants to do right now, and nobody can stop him. He sent the daggone whole Republican Party home early so that he can do what he want to do. That's what he's doing now. All these smoke screens are in place, just like Bill was saying, so that he can do what he want to do. And he can cover that Epstein and all those little girls he raped.
And Friday,
some of them little girls.
Friday, he giving Ukraine and Russia.
Hey, well, look, I have to share something.
Wait a minute. You got Putin and Trump meeting about Ukraine, and the president of Ukraine ain't there. Hey,
yes.
Come on, give me a break. All right,
smoke screen, another one.
But it's something even worse than that. Where is he holding this meeting with Putin?
In Alaska.
You know what Putin's going to tell him the minute he gets over there?
Alaska.
Well, look here, Trump. We just doing to Ukraine what y'all did to us to take Alaska.
Listen, know what he's not going to say.
That's what he's going to tell him. He's going to tell him all we're doing is this. And I looked at where they're at. Elmendorf,
yeah.
They got Russian Orthodox churches up in there.
Yes,
So I mean,
wow. This guy's unbelievable.
Here he agrees to meet a man in a place, and the people in Russia are all on the news about Alaska ought to belong to Russia.
Yep.
And they got a couple of islands out there in the Aleutian chain with Russians on it.
Of course.
It belongs to the U.S.
Yep.
He likes those strong men guys. He like that guy Benjamin BB. What's his name? BB?
Israel.
He like them strong man guys, man.
Well,
Well,
Mr. Brody, you know what I said? I just thought about Fred Sanford talking to Lamont. You big dummy.
Look,
You
Well,
big
look, did you
dummy.
see
You going to
Justin?
Alaska.
yeah.
Justin, did you see where the deputy DOJ went to see the girl Maxine? What's her name? Maxine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He went to see her. 2 days later, they moved her into a minimum.
Yeah.
I mean, right before
I,
everybody's eyes. No
sex
question
sex
asked.
offenders
No
are
nothing.
sex offenders are not supposed to go to minimum security.
That's
And,
right.
and then to top that off,
Right, man.
you missed the other part of that. They've already given her
Work
pass.
permit.
to go to work.
Yeah.
And look, and then they come back and say, "Well, we're gonna give you the transcript. You're gonna see what was said." You know, we're not gonna ever see that transcript.
Mm-mm.
Well, the judge on that, who's what they say is a pretty decent dude. He said that ain't gonna happen.
You know it ain't gonna happen.
But this the thing though, and like I told y'all before, I worked in the feds. I ain't never seen no goddamn body get no weekend furlough to go to work.
Right.
21 damn years I worked in there. I ain't never seen nobody get no work release to go to work.
First of all, she a multi
Never.
She a multi-millionaire. She ain't never had no job.
Hey, Bobby, what kind of damn job are you going to go to?
Exactly. Where you gonna work at?
They gave her work release.
Hey,
Yes.
yeah,
That's what
Walmart won't even hire
I
her
missed
ass.
that.
that's what they're saying.
Hey, I'm just gonna remind you, gentlemen, that this brilliant guy said, "I'm only gonna put the head in."
Mm.
They'll say it. They'll say it.
Mm.
Every time. That's what I'm gonna
What I'm
do.
saying.
Yeah, baby, just a head. I ain't gonna
They
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
listen.
and I'll pull out.
This,
You know damn well they ain't gonna show us no transcript. They
Nah.
went to that line because they knew the courts wouldn't release it.
Right.
And then on top of that, what people don't understand, it's a shell game.
Well, Ron,
It's
besides
not
that,
a distraction, it's a shell game because
yeah.
people in this country attention span is only like 2 hours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
It's not news for
I
2
want to
hours.
question.
Y'all
I want
was
to
talking
question.
about a sex offender being moved and all that. Hell, we got a sex offender as president.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You know,
Besides that, you know,
I want to question Pam Bondi
those
myself.
papers they keep talking about, all that, most of that stuff is already public record.
Yeah.
I mean, they talk about the grand jury paper. That stuff is nothing. They need Epstein's files, not
Pam
some
Bondi
files
got
that
it.
y'all.
She got them.
Mm-hmm.
She got them. That's why I said I want to question her.
But what law enforcement person got to put mascara on, get their hair did, make sure the nails are done, and put their headband on to go on the raid?
Right.
Exactly.
Is that a Hollywood lot or what? What is that?
I don't know what the hell that
There's
is.
gonna be bullets flying, all kinds of shit going down. You got
Hey,
your lipstick on.
wait a minute. That bitch would be so deep under the ground when bullets start flying, you won't be able to dig her up.
He ain't going nowhere near that mess.
But Bobby, you saying some people gonna get in trouble and all of this? Man, he was talking about some of the stuff that's going on and how people gonna get themselves in trouble and all this kind of stuff. He's stacking the courts, man.
huh?
In his favor, he's stacking the courts.
He been
The
in
judges.
He can stack all
in
he
his
wants
favor.
to a point because understand that there's courts out there, and this is the thing, like it's people out there that he can't get rid of
Right.
that are fighting against him, right? He can stack that, but those people are making decisions, and once this thing flip, which I'm hoping it does, all of them people they're gonna have to answer because now there's legal laws and stuff that they are going against, especially these judges and lawyers, things that they're not supposed to be involved in.
Right.
That they are riding with him, and if the tables flip, watch how they. What you know? Like I told you before, you know how when people got roaches and they go in the kitchen, turn the light on,
Mm-hmm.
and damn roaches scatter.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
If this Congress and Senate flip Democrat,
Mm-hmm.
watch how the lights come on. Watch what happens
Well,
when the lights come on.
What happened last time when
Watch what happened when the lights come on.
last time he left office, they put half his crew in jail, remember?
And half of them ran too. They got up out of there, boy.
They did.
well,
Look, look, some of them you don't even hear nothing from, like Mark Meadows and them cats. You don't hear them. They ain't saying nothing.
Them guys go out there and write a book and keep on and live their life, man.
Well, hey, Mark Meadows down there with you guys.
Huh?
Mark
Meadows is
well,
down
I
there in
haven't heard.
Carolina.
I ain't heard from him in a while, man. He done went underground.
Yeah,
But-
because they realize how. Look at you ain't heard nothing from Pence.
Nope.
Right.
Because them cats already know I'm shutting up because I'm not going to jail.
Right.
And Mitch already
Now-
said that he getting ready to come up out of there anyway. This is it for him.
Who? Mitch
McConnell.
Well,
Man,
shit,
Mitch coming out because
been
Mitch-
gone, man. Should have been gone.
Mitch
He a crook too.
Mitch got the ice disease. He keep freezing up.
But you guys, somebody said, how he's cutting across the lawn instead of using the sidewalks and stop signs. What I'm waiting for to happen is and I think she's the one, is Kajan, what's her name? Kajanji or?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Jackson.
Court, right?
Judge Jackson.
Yeah.
She is going to expose the Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
How they sit there, they don't read anything, and they're making judgments off of influence.
Right.
They're making decisions off the lower courts. They're rescinding lower court decisions, appellate decisions, off of involvement, their involvement. And this whole thing is just what Bobby was saying earlier about the dollar. It all circles back to everybody's trying to keep their means where they are or improve or increase, right? Everybody's running scared like these universities giving up money to keep money. How does that make sense?
Man, I can't wait till they get the walrus. Clarence Thomas, that's the walrus.
Oh Lord, yeah.
That guy is that guy is the king. Trump is the king of quid pro quo.
It is.
You see what I'm saying? He's the king of it. He tell those universities, I'm not going to give you no money. He started with D.C. Speaking of D.C., we're talking about D.C. Now, D.C., he started with her first. He told her, you're not getting not another dime of money until you remove that Black Lives Matter paper that's in the street of Washington, D.C. That was months and months and months ago.
Yeah,
That's how he started with taking her power from her, trying to take her power from her. And he doing a good job at it, but she's seeing through a lot of it, and she came out and said he's got to stop these what do you call it, aristocratic methods that he uses.
When they first went into DC, she was kind of on the fence. So maybe we can work this out. Now she's went the other direction.
Right.
She went the direction of Miss Bass out in L.A.
Right.
You can't work with him. Right? If he gets you one time, he coming back for some more.
He's gonna come back again.
Exactly. He going up the road. I don't know if he going south or he going the next place he going to is Chicago, I'm thinking. Or either Baltimore, one of them.
Yeah.
He's moving on.
It's Atlanta. It's gonna be any of the cities that are predominantly black.
Right. Have black mayors.
I think he's gonna see some shit then.
He doesn't think black people should be in elected positions where they're, running cities and things. He doesn't believe in that.
Well, hell, you see where was it Hexteth posted that thing about from his church where he said he didn't believe women should have the right to vote.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, he thinks he's supposed to be in the military in combat units. No way.
Yeah.
He started that with the combat thing. Yeah.
But but they posted that his preacher, the one that he so in love with, said that women shouldn't even have the right to vote. And they take that away from him. So don't think these And you know, all that comes from them crazy ass folks at the Heritage Foundation.
Well, if he don't think a woman should have the right to vote, I can guarantee you he don't think you should have the right to vote.
Oh yeah.
Don't
That's right.
think they have a right to vote.
That's right.
You shouldn't have the right to exist.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That fool said, "Vote for me. I got a record just like y'all do.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that something?
I got a criminal record, so you should vote for me. We got something in common."
And
Ain't
there's
that something?
that agree with that mess.
Yeah.
So, and speaking of that, so that means if a convicted felon who from Florida, who resides in Florida, where convicted felons have to file to be able to vote,
right,
or go to jail. So that's one crime he committed while he was running for president.
Right.
That was before he became president.
Right.
That's something that he can go to jail for. Right?
Yeah.
So
Bill shaking his head, but go ahead.
So here we go. So
Bill disagree. Bill disagreeing with you.
That means that any felon in a jail or whatever in the state of Florida should be able to file to get their rights reinstated to vote.
Right.
You already done set precedents.
Right.
So now, if I'm a convicted felon and I go vote, you can't lock me up.
Right.
Because now I got a case here. Like, hold up. He was not president when he voted.
Right.
So that stuff that you said that he can, that if the Supreme Court said if he does it while he's in the presidency and is within his line of being president, he's good. But this is before he became president.
Well, but I think there's a small technicality there. Okay, he didn't get sentenced until after.
You don't have to be sentenced to be.
Well, to be a convicted felon, you have to be sentenced.
No, you don't.
Okay.
No, you don't.
All right.
You don't. Convicted means that you went to court and they said that you were guilty. Right. You don't have to do time. That court said you're guilty. Even if you, because remember, if they said you guilty,
he was trying to overturn that.
You have to go back sometimes and be sentenced.
Right.
But you are still a convicted felon.
Right.
Well,
it doesn't matter.
My understanding is that you're not convicted until you're sentenced. That's when you become a convicted.
You've already been convicted. All
really,
for is them to figure out how much time you're gonna spend for that.
Right.
Those are two different. Those are two different things. Just like I tell people don't understand. The police can't charge you with anything. The police can't charge you with a crime. They can arrest you for a crime. The only people that can charge you with a crime is the prosecutor. The only person that can, only people that can say you convicted of a crime is a jury, and then the judge reads it to you and tells you. Then the judge is the only person that can sentence you.
It really doesn't matter because this guy right here, he doesn't jump through every who legally. That was my. Sorry about that. My alarm on my dryer.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, that he doesn't jump through every who.
And I'm not denying.
You know what I mean? And you know, we're in a constitutional crisis right now because it's out of control. You know, there's no stopping to this guy. There's only one thing that's going to stop this guy, and I said it last time, and his health is going to stop.
Another guy on the roof.
What was he doing on the roof? I was going to ask you that. What was he doing on the roof the other day?
He was a better shot, Mac.
A better shot.
Yeah.
The next one going.
Why was he walking on the roof?
I know they'll get me for that statement, but that's all right.
I can guarantee you.
Why was he walking on the roof?
That's what I'm asking.
Right.
Oh, that was his looking over the city. That was his something about some kind of project he was supposed to be overlooking to see what was going on.
Yeah.
But he was overlooking the city, like
like king of the city.
Like he already done dug up the Rose Garden too, and he just made that out of something else. He done concreted that whole
and
thing.
that's like that big conference center he wants to put up on. Is it on the roof?
The
ballroom. Yeah.
Oh, that ballroom they working on. That what is it? 34 million.
Yeah,
a lot of money, a lot of damn money. I know that. But Mac, I guarantee you, somebody plotting to get him right now. I guarantee you that. More than one too.
Of course,
plotting to get him.
Well, and Miss Bundy wants to investigate President Obama for treason.
It won't be one of those thugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's why they figure they jump on the voting right, all the acts and the amendments and everything that goes along with that, because we elected a black president. So in their mind, those things are no longer applicable. They're not applicable anymore.
Oh yeah.
You know
that changed all the rules.
Had a black president, so all of that should go away.
They changed all the rules after Obama. That's what caused everything. The reason we got him in the first place is because of the fact that
I'm gonna ask you guys one question. You understand Jim Crow, right?
Yes.
You know, the Jim Crow was they made up all the rules in the world to keep you from voting or having a life. So this is Jim Crow. They already had Jim Crow Esquire. I don't know what you're gonna call this version of Jim.
They call it 2.0, ain't they calling it?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2.0.
It's correct.
Yeah. Bobby, you still there?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay, I was about to ask you a question. Why wouldn't you come back?
And they tried for many years to get that Civil Rights Act updated when Lewis was alive.
Was
alive.
Right. Right.
All those civil rights leaders were trying to get that thing upgraded, but years and years ago they said that there was several members of the Ku Klux Klan in the Republican Party.
Of course.
Oh yeah, and it's
right now. Still there right now,
years ago they said that, but everybody brushed it off. But they're alive and well.
Yeah.
They don't wear them hoods and sheets anymore, man. They wear them MAGA hats, them red hats and suits and red ties.
They got them law degrees hanging on the wall.
Yeah, man.
They always had them.
Yeah.
Right.
But they right out there now, man.
Yeah.
In your face.
They've always
they're not trying to hide no more. They ain't trying to hide.
No.
Nope.
They don't need. They know who they are.
Yeah.
Right.
But you back down there a little bit when you was talking about Trump not doing this, well, the legal thing. When I tell you he gonna sack the courts and all of that. You use about 100 ifs, but if a squirrel had a square ass, he shit bricks.
There you go.
What if? Wait a minute, hold on. What if some of that stuff you were saying don't happen? Then what? What we gonna do? We going to war?
Then that's going to be that's where they really going to have problems. Because, like I said before, it's not going to be people that look like me and you. Because
I see a lot of, like you said, in them town halls, man. I don't see no black folks out there.
Yeah, because
and like you said, it ain't it's our fight right now. But like you said, we need to. I guess we need to stay out of it a little, man. I don't know, man. I'm about tired.
I disagree with that. That's why we in the pickle that we're in, because we don't show up.
No,
you can't rely on them to carry the water, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you know, I mean, I've heard some people say it ain't time for us to come out yet, and all this and all that, and
we should be in those town halls as well. That's what our problem is. We sit back and want other people to do the work.
No, hey Ron, and I agree with you. My thing is the
you want them on the front line. That's what you saying, Bobby. You want them to get their ass on out there on that front line. We'll back them up.
Show up. We need to be there too, but they need to show up because people that look like them, that's the reason we in this thing. So they're the ones that need to push forward to show us that, hey, look, this ain't really what I wanted.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted something, but I didn't want it to look like this.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got to drag other folks in, and we got to do our part
Mm-hmm.
because we've been doing our part since we fucking came to this place.
Uh, you're saying they want their cake and eat it too.
Exactly.
You can't have it like that.
And you can't
You
have it both ways.
know?
They want to ride in our Cadillac. They don't want to drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I mean, you think about it, right? It was just like just go back to '64, right? When in the '60s, I say with the bus boycott, right? They wanted us to get there to clean their houses, to watch their kids, to do all that. But they didn't really care how we got there.
Nope.
But then when we couldn't get there,
that was a problem.
That was a problem.
Well, but I agree with Ron Tom too. You know,
Uh-huh.
we can't just sit back. We need to be
No, I'm
involved.
not saying
Yeah.
sit back, but I'm saying until my point is when they stepped up their game, then we stepped up our game in the '60s.
Right. And they're running that same problem now with them doggone farm workers because everybody was against immigration till immigration started hitting their pocket and them vegetables sitting in the field. Now suddenly we need to do something about immigration. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want them here. Nobody wanted them now
because he said he was going to go after the criminal. Now I'm still looking for all these millions of damn Mexicans and Hondurans and Guatemala
MS-13 and whatever.
That's killing all these damn Americans. I'm still looking for them. Because if all of these millions of people they keep talking about, if 1 million people killed 1 million people, that's a lot of damn people.
Hello.
Bobby,
I'm still waiting for it.
There was 2 of them from Venezuela or somewhere. Them 2 teenagers that kicked his boy's ass. They now from Venezuela. That's why he got his ass kicked because he was up against some mean thugs.
Yeah, MS-13.
Yeah, they was
I don't
MS-13.
even know what the hell MS-13 is.
MS-15, right?
But that's my thing,
I still think they got mouthed off to them kids.
he probably went out there and told them, he was.
Yeah, what you hear folks gonna do? What y'all, and I'll whoop your ass, and they taught him a lesson.
Because I'm the second coming of Bruce Lee. Yeah.
And Trump is my daddy.
See, that's what I meant about dressing up with your gun and your vest. You're going to go into a neighborhood where you don't know shit about the law of the jungle and you fronting with that bullshit.
Absolutely.
Like he went there thinking he was, MMF and they whipped his ass. Because he was living in a fantasy world about his ability to defend himself.
Yeah.
That
the
guy
fight he doing is control fight in a ring where you got rules and you stand in the corner and you come out and you kick in somebody separate you. Hey, that shit don't happen down there in them streets.
Hell no. You know damn well we be the first one to say, man, I ain't going down there. Not by myself. Like Chester was saying, we don't go nowhere by ourselves if we got some sense.
Oh no. They better tell him Tarzan was a movie. White ass up in the jungle, if you want to, you're gonna get your ass handed to you.
I need to share a little story with you about the streets. Many years ago, me and another fellow officer were going to D.C. to go fishing. So we were driving down New Jersey Avenue. And brother walked across the street against the light. I hit the brake and stopped. And the brother who was in the car with me, who had been an ex-Marine and all this, started hollering at the, like he was going to jump out the car. I pulled him to the side and said, hold it. Are you ready to kill that man today?
Mm.
He said, no, what you mean, Bill? I said, he don't care about dying. Kill him. And the brother sat back in the seat. I said, some of these people out here don't care about dying. You understand? Shit, that's delivering them.
Hello.
So my point is, all of y'all going up in them neighborhoods, y'all gonna run into people who don't care if they die.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bill, that point is that's the reason we can't have a successful policy in like the Saudi Arabia and stuff, because those people look at life and death totally different than what we look at it.
the way we
So
look at right.
unless you can understand their concept of life, then you can't talk to them.
Nah,
And people
no,
like Trump, they have no idea what death means to those guys.
no.
That's a very true statement. When I went to Kunsan, I'm in Korea, and I'm like, why are we paying Koreans to wear the gas suits? You know, we at Kunsan's we was Mop 4 for 8 weeks out of the whole year. I was 11 months. I was there. 8 months of Mop 4 training, right?
Free.
And the team comes in, the IGT comes in, and the Korean gets a superior performer IG Cohen, right? Because he knew first aid, he knew self butt, all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, "GI, move out the way." Man, Mr. Cho went to work. I was like, God damn. And we was like, because it's real for them.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
They wearing this suit.
Yeah.
That's life or death to them.
right. They're
Mm-hmm.
doing that for a reason.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they was all over that stuff. And that changed my perspective about what he just said. You
Uh,
know, and it's not your cause if you're not willing to die for it. And in the Middle
Yeah.
East, they want to die. They want to go get the blessing from death.
And
Mm-hmm.
then what the seven virgins or whatever the
Yeah,
hell it is.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
the five or six that they got right now ain't enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But
Mm-hmm.
Chester's boy said DC is like a war zone.
Mm.
So my man came on, your boy Stephen Miller.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
A veteran came on, Iraqi veteran. He
Ask
said,
you.
"This bald head motherfucker, white dude, this bald man, how many bombs have been dropped on DC?
Mm-hmm.
How many explosives have blown up on the side of the street in DC?"
Right.
He said, "There's no war zone." He
Mm-hmm.
Right,
said, "You ain't never been to a war zone, so stop saying that."
Right.
right,
Man, I
Right.
was like, see, but these are the kind of people that are being woken up,
right,
Mm-hmm.
right.
right? Because you're saying stuff out of your mouth because you want some stupid person down in Bumjack, Alabama,
To get excited.
right? To get, yeah, they need to get them. You want that to happen, and those are the words that you're using to get that person excited.
Yep.
But
Mm-hmm.
understand that some of them people down in Bumjack, Alabama, really had to go through that because they went into the military.
Right. And they done some things. And they
And right. So understand what you saying, the stuff you saying is wearing real thin.
yep.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It went from rope to a spider web now. It's a spider web string now. All they gotta do is hit it hard, it's gonna break. And
Mm-hmm.
that's where they at.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
yeah,
right.
yeah. Well, if I'm gonna talk to any of you guys, I need to understand where you come from, what kind of life you had.
Yeah.
I need to know what you think about life and death. I need to know what you think about family, brother, sister, mother, father. I need to know what you think about those folks. Because unless I understand what you think about those folks, we can't bargain and make a deal. And you
Hey,
need to likewise understand how I feel about my mother, father, sister, brother. And what I've been through. You know, and everybody's life experiences are different.
mm-hmm.
So, and when you start talking about a group of people that have been through life experiences, you got to deal with that group and their life experiences.
Right.
That's part of the problem in Israel right now. And Palestinians. I mean, nobody wants to understand what they've been through,
Right.
and they're not willing to go back.
They're not going.
Okay,
They're not going back,
yeah, and they're gonna die.
and they ain't
Uh,
leaving.
uh,
And they,
no,
Them people been through hell, man.
oh yeah,
I mean, pure hell. You look at those pictures, man. Uh, Joe, your mic on mute just in case you're trying to get in. But I'm gonna tell y'all, man, that the small amount of time that I spent in some parts of the that part of the country, part of the world, man, that's some of the scariest shit I've ever seen in
hey,
my life, man.
hey,
I ain't gonna tell
if
you
I
no
was
lie,
one,
man.
if
I
I was one of those
did,
little
huh?
kids I see on the TV, all skin and bones and shit, and I get a chance to come up and you gonna say something to me, I kill your ass in a heartbeat.
Mm,
You hear me?
here's the problem that they missing is they thinking about today, but them kids that they bombing and they done blew up all their family, they
Oh,
20,
they're gonna come get your ass.
40,
mm.
50 years from now, they're gonna be your terrorists. You're gonna be dealing
Yeah,
with.
you're right. You're
That
right,
ain't
Smitty.
never going away. That
It
ain't
ain't going away. It ain't going away, man.
But
I
think
look at
about it. If Donald Trump gets out there and say how he care about, how he cares about all these people getting killed and all this stuff, and all of that is just, he just used that to make people think he has some kind of compassion for somebody, which he doesn't.
he don't.
He don't have no compassion for nobody.
Well, we all know why he's talking to Putin and stuff. He wants a peace. What's that thing Obama had? Uh,
the
the
peace
Uh,
prize, the peace prize.
Prize.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nobel Peace Prize. He
Yeah,
wants a Nobel Peace Prize
bad. He
so
want it
bad
bad.
he could
yeah,
taste it.
He
yeah.
How
want
you
it
Okay.
gonna
bad.
give it to him and don't give it to me?
not
Right.
only
Hmm.
that,
I'm superior to him.
he
Hmm.
wants to take that land from those people down there in
Oh, he
Gaza.
wants to
Oh,
In Gaza,
build a
yeah.
top plaza
Listen,
that,
on the Gaza Strip.
no.
Israel had to kill everything in there for them to get that.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's sad though, man. When you see that, I mean, you just look at
Yeah,
all of that death and destruction.
Yeah.
This,
When they showed it and all of that
But
pretty blue
but
water
I'm sorry,
behind that.
Mhm.
Bobby, you can't kill them all. Okay.
there's really
You,
not left anything left in Ukraine either. Really, they don't blow Russia done blowed a lot of that away.
Yeah, they.
yeah,
You
but
know, it's just a lose thing.
Hmm.
yeah,
Mhm.
Bill, you and I had I think the first time I did an interview with you, you were telling me before you turned me on to what's your friend name that I interviewed?
Eugene Davis.
Was it Davis?
Eugene Davis.
Eugene Davis. And you told me about, and you didn't tell me the whole thing, but I picked up a little bit more on it when I was talking to him. I guess you had to, you flying C5s, you had to take over a mission that I guess one of them chicken ass white boys kind of backed out of. You remember you was kind of telling me about that? You was
Oh
telling me
yeah.
about when you first ran across Eugene, you hadn't seen him in years. I think he was with the
Right.
101st, and you picked them up, and I guess I don't know if you was taking them into a hot zone or what the hell was going on. But I mean, the world is a scary place, man. People
Oh,
just don't know.
Uh,
But is that what was going on, Bill? When
yeah, I was
you
supposed
know?
to go to. I was in Sigonella. I was on a check ride,
Uh huh.
and I completed an air refueling check ride. I completed it. Folks thought that I didn't like air refueling. I didn't think that was important. I trained guys in formation flying as a T-37 IP years ago. So I ain't gonna get my jollies off doing no air refueling. That ain't nothing but formation flying.
Mm-hmm.
Let somebody else do that wants to get their jollies off. I just wanted to fly.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go on a check ride. We got to Sigonella and I was supposed to go to Oslo, Norway. And all of a sudden I get a call and say, Bill, you need to go down to, actually I can talk about it now. It's gone down to Somalia, Berber, Somalia.
Mhm.
And because the other guy said he couldn't get the TIT, which is a turbine inlet temperature on his on the engines within tolerance. That's the way you can do that. If we had enough runway at Sigonella, we pushed the engines up, and if the TIT looked high, we pulled it back a little bit, continued to take off. Because we had to get this stuff down to Sigonella, man. We went down. I mean, down to Somalia. We went down and had to go down the Red Sea and look over one side, and you see Biggs on one side, and Eritrea, you see them on the other. And we went into Somalia, and it was supposed to be hot. So I stayed at 28,000 feet until I was getting ready to make approach. Then I configured the airplane, and I just came down one straight and made one turn and landed. So that was something that you learn to do. I learned to do in Vietnam, flying paramours, where you make these steep descents where they can't shoot you out of the sky. You make a slow descent, they can shoot you. So we got down on the ground and found out. I saw Gene Davis. He had a pistol with live ammo in it, so I knew it wasn't no exercise. They told me it was exercise. Eugene pulled out his pistol with live ammo. I say, shit. So they were down there doing something to. In fact, Eugene Davis, I thought he was going to be a general because he was really running a special team of a 101st that was trying to help prop up the government of Somalia against rebel activity. And the next time he was involved, you remember when that Army airplane crashed up at Goose Bay?
Yeah.
That's the one when they, Gander.
Gander, yeah, Gander.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Gene Davis was the Army person who was up there with Colonel Cross. He told Colonel Cross, he bragged about me because he said that they didn't think nobody was going to come down there, but we came down there and brought them the supplies they needed so they could protect themselves.
So actually, the other guy, his ass was just scared.
Yeah, well, it was actually the Czech pilot who was with me. He had flown in Vietnam C-7s, the same thing I flew. So he and I had a connection, even though he's giving me a check ride. He and I had a connection, and the connection was we had flown where you go into fields where you might be subject to ground fire or anti-aircraft fire or anti-missile fire. So where you can go into these fields to minimize your chances of getting shot out the sky. So I had a younger co-pilot. We sat him in the observer chair, and the Czech pilot was my co-pilot. He and I, because we both had combat experience. The other guy had no combat experience. You can watch, and after this, you'll know what to do if you have to go into some place like that. So that's how I ran into Gene Davis, and I saw him. He saw me, and he had gone to high school with my younger brother, but he lived in my neighborhood. And he used to go to Banneker swimming pool, and you see him up at the playground playing basketball and all that stuff. So we knew each other from the neighborhood. We came out of the same neighborhood.
That's the C5 you dropped out the sky like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Big jump.
But I mean, the world, man, is a scary place, man.
It is.
I'm back in the 80s, man. I mean, just still kind of talking about what we was talking about, man, over there in the Middle East, man. I think I think right after Sadat, what his name, Sadat got assassinated.
Yeah.
Then they went after what's my man name they got after that?
You're talking about Saddam, right?
Sadat.
No, not Saddam. Before Saddam. They got
Egypt.
Who was? Yeah, he's in Egypt. They got him, but then they I can't think of the dude's name, man. I think Bush got him when they went over there and blew him up. But
Gaddafi.
Gaddafi.
Okay.
I was part of a in the support role. Went over there, and I'm tell you, man, I didn't think I'd bring my ass back home, man. Some of the shit I saw going on over there, man. I
Yeah.
mean, just building with holes in them, these big ass, with mortar rounds, and
Mhm.
man, people coming all up to you. And I had one guy approach me, but I mean, just the world is crazy, man.
Yes, it is.
You
You
know, they don't know what people don't know what the military folks, go through.
Go through.
you asked me what combat was like,
Mm-hmm.
and let me tell you something. I remember leaving jungle school in the Philippines, sitting next to a dude. We were talking about what we were going to do to defeat the North Vietnamese. And all of a sudden, my partner looked at me. I looked at him. I said, "Do you know that North Vietnamese soldiers in Hanoi and they're drinking a beer, talking about how many Americans they're going to kill?" I said, "Man, it's crazy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is crazy." You get over. I came back from Vietnam. My oldest brother come asking me, "Man, what did you learn from war?" I said, "Bullets don't discriminate. If you get their
Mm-mm.
way, you get hit. That's
Yes,
it.
sir.
That's curtains."
And like you said earlier, I know you talk about, us going over there and we just there temporarily and they there forever. That's that
Yeah.
old joke about the two farm animals talk about their responsibility for breakfast. And the chicken said, well, I got the biggest role because I laid the egg. And the cow said, man, your job is a job. He said, for me, he said, that pig said, I'm committed.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I got all in with 10 toes.
He all in, ain't
Yeah, he said, you talking,
he?
you got a job. Give me an egg. That pig said, I'm all in for breakfast.
Yes, sir.
I
From the rooter to the tutor.
Yeah.
I I was asked in grad school what was war like, and my answer was, think about the dirtiest civilian job that you can have, and that's what war is like.
Mm.
Man, you see stuff. You see, and you talked about it. You see stuff uh, that you wouldn't believe that you don't. You see bomb damage. Go to places where there's been a fight. You see them bodies, so many dead bodies. They
Yeah.
just they throw lime in a pit.
Mm.
The enemy, they ain't worried about it.
Yeah.
Bulldoze it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
But you go to places. I remember one time, man, I was lucky because in 3 days we had three caribou shot down at a place called Doxiang. And what is I know? I mean, I got a album home from a guy from Kansas named Choo Choo Train who likes soul music. So he lent me one of his albums.
Mm.
He was flying in and had his left wing shot off.
Mm.
Continued air drop, crashed, and his guts were all over.
Mm.
Guy who got me upgraded to an aircraft commander, Pat Yeager, he had a wing fire, climbed out to 8,000 feet. His wing broke off an airplane and they spiraled in from 8,000 feet.
Mm.
Mm. Mm.
And the fact who watched him spiral in the ground was an instructor in 37s with me. When he finished his commitment to the Air Force, got out the Air Force and went back someplace in Idaho to be an airport manager. He said he wasn't going to fly anymore. So you see stuff like that in war. Uh,
Yeah.
and you say, but you see the misery that it puts on ordinary people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Collateral damage.
Yeah.
I could tell you about, I went to Vietnam and I heard that Asians didn't care about life. This Vietnamese soldier got killed and we were carrying him back to his province to be buried and he was in a casket, but he stunk. And his wife
Mm.
was hugging the stinking casket on a pallet. We were putting it on the airplane and I remember the aircraft commander wouldn't let them make the lady get off. And I was pleased because he did that, but it showed me that we talk about Asians not caring about life. They may care more about life than we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, uh, you see this stuff and you come back, and I had a cousin who was a Marine over there. Me and him used to talk. He said, "You ain't the same when you come out." He said, "I don't care what you did. You're in a combat zone. When you come out, your whole life is different."
Yeah.
Uh, Man, that's one of the reasons I think, this is just me, I think we need to have the draft, because a lot of young people, uh, they don't value life. But if you're subject to the draft, you'll value life.
Absolutely.
Especially if you get drafted. Hey,
Yeah.
I know I came out of there, man. When you get ready to get on that freedom airplane, you feel yourself.
Mm-hmm.
They lost my duffel bag. I don't give a shit. I'm going home.
I'm back to the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I'm getting on the airplane. I can buy the stuff back at Travis.
Yes,
When
sir.
duffel
Yeah.
bag.
Yeah.
Oh, and when that airplane leaves, and you make sure you look out the window and see you over water.
Mm-hmm.
See them guys, man. We was on the airplane straining over people to make sure we were not in Vietnam no more.
Yeah.
Get out of it.
Yeah.
Just to come home. And you know what you felt like? You felt like you were lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought about all the Army guys, man. I thought about all the Army guys. I'll share one more story with you about that. I remember when I was a co-pilot, I was flying with this guy, aircraft commander. I thought he was rock solid, tough. And we were flying into a place hauling bodies out of, the Marines were in a battle, and we were hauling out bodies. We would haul out 6 bodies and take them to Da Nang and come back to this place, take more bodies out. And you could tell that people were dead. If they were wounded, it'd just be 1, 2, a litter. But if they were dead, it might be 2 of them stacked on a litter, or 3 of them stacked on a litter, in a body bag. And the commander of this Marine company was a second lieutenant, because that's how many people in the company killed. And every time they would bring back a body bag, it'd have a tag on it. And you see the guys who were left over from the company, they would cry. They were out there crying. And I saw this guy, the aircraft commander that I was flying with. One of the bags broke out open and body fluid spilled on the ground. And I saw him break down and cry. I mean, you see stuff, man. You see, what are we doing as human beings? What did these people do to make us want to do that?
Right.
Right.
My grandson asked me recently, he said, "Papa, did we need to be in Vietnam?" He asked me that question. And I started telling him a falsehood. I started telling him, well, the country said we needed to be there. It's right to do that. I told him, no, son. I saw no reason to be over there bothering those people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't.
And you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
When I went back in February of 2024 with my oldest brother and my son-in-law, they thought that the Vietnamese people were some of the friendliest people that you'll ever run into. And it might have been they just wanted tourist dollars, but I didn't think that.
No.
I thought when I went to China, I thought the Chinese people were friendly. I was stationed in the Philippines. I thought the Filipino people were friendly. And so most of the people that I met over there were friendly. And actually, most of the people that I've met around the world have been friendly.
Yes.
And sometimes I wonder, how can we have enemies? Probably the biggest thing that I've seen in the world that concerns me is the poverty that we allow to exist.
Yeah.
How one of the things that this government did that really bothered me was when they cut out the aid
USA,
for
AID. Yeah.
international development.
Yeah.
Because I thought that that was a very powerful program.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Yeah.
so you get me started on this, Chester, and
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
maybe I should have told y'all that when I was on active duty, but that was
Yeah.
No.
But Bobby Jones,
Hey, we
tell us about the towers, man. Tell about the towers, man.
about the what?
The towers. You weren't there?
I wasn't there.
Oh, okay. I thought you had you was involved in that.
No,
I was
involved
supposed
in-
to be there, but
Say
I
what's
ended up having the show later, and they'd already blown them up. We ended up in PSAB in the middle of the desert. A few weeks later they moved us to PSAB, because I was supposed to have been there in the towers when it blew up.
I'll give you a second. Think about it. That ass could any one of us could have easily been there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
what towers were those?
Cobar.
Kobar, yeah.
Kobar.
I actually went to Kobar when I was in Riyadh. We went up there to visit Bobby Horton, matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby was up there, Lena was there, Tamplin, and that was before they blew up.
Before they blew up. Okay.
Before they blew up.
Yeah.
That was when that tractor trailer truck, gas
Right.
truck came down.
Water
that
truck
full
or
of
some shit like
explosive-
that.
Sitting
Yeah.
outside the
full of
fence line.
explosive, and
And while I was at PSAB, they tried to do it. They tried to do it there. They found that they had attached some bombs on the bottom of a doggone fuels truck, and it was all kind of crazy stuff that you see when you're over there. It's just
Yeah.
Now, when I was before Ron, there was a bomb at Yosemite, which is Army headquarters in Riyadh. And the Army captain, the bomb went off in the garage, and I think it was an Army captain and a couple other folks got killed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we went from ThreatCon Alpha to ThreatCon Delta, and we've been in Delta ever since. This was like 95.
yeah.
Mm.
And
I know when that bomb went off at Yosemite, I was thinking about it, and I was with, matter of fact, Harris was over there too. So we were downtown. We were allowed to go downtown Riyadh. And after the bomb went off, and I saw them boys with helmets and the glass underneath the car, so we was driving the U-Drive, right? And we was walking through the housing area where the Scuds had knocked those buildings down. We was walking through all of that rubble.
Mm.
So we got to the car, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, shit, I ain't starting that damn car up.
Mm.
So I said, I got to run back to the gold market. Here the keys, y'all go.
Damn, Ron, you gonna set them up like that, man?
Bruh.
Come on. God almighty.
I wasn't starting it, man.
Woo. Well, I'm glad I wasn't running with you. Jesus Christ.
Hey, Chester, I grew up on Long Island, man, and the Golden Rule said that the two garbage trucks on your block at the same time go back in the house.
Something wrong. So something wrong with that picture.
Going down.
yeah.
Man,
I felt that. I was like, I'm ready to get the hell out of here, shit.
I was in the Philippines when they shot them couple guys. They were a couple GIs from Okinawa, and they rode up on a motorcycle and shot both of them in the head.
Is that when they raped that girl or something like that? What?
No, they never said what it was. They tried to say it was a terrorist act, but I'm thinking, because at the time there's 100 of us up in Dodge Disco. I said, if they really want to do a terrorist attack, they could just throw a grenade in there. I thought them guys were probably either into something, or they're like OSI or CID, like that, and they got too close to somebody, because very few people got killed in the Philippines by accident.
Yeah.
What year was that, Smitty?
That was in the 80s. I want to say it was around '88. It was in the '80s because I was stationed there twice. And I remember because what I remember was the fact that we was talking about. I was like, well, hell, I was out that night. I was out on the streets that night, and it could have been me. Yeah,
that happened to a captain over in Comiso. I don't know if he's messing with Italian girl or whatever, but he came up missing, and it was reported later that they found his body and got run over by a train.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, listen, and that, I mean, of course, we always traveled in packs anyway, so. I mean, it'd be 3-4 cars, 4 or 5 people in the car. So we went out. So, we had low protection, but, them other guys, they want to go downtown and be adventurous and walk around. Hey, how you guys doing? No.
Don't do that.
You, buddy.
That privilege, man. That's that privilege.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm in your country.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you talk about you drive, right? So I had to take, I was downtown and it's real hilly. So, I got the clutch, I'm holding the clutch. But when I get ready to brake him, she rolled back a little bit. You know how you roll back? So car right on me. Boom, I hit him. Roll back, boom. Me, I'm from the States. I'm ready to pull up. I'm like, oh, man. So I only bumped him, but still, I ain't trying to get in no stuff. Man, that dude said, man, get out of here, go. Man, look, he ain't had to say it twice.
I know that's right.
Oh, look, I was in 5th gear by the time when he brought it back like this. Hey, I was headed back to base.
Man,
I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed to hear that story about. I'm disappointed to hear that story. You rode, come on, man. You couldn't get that friction point, dog. Come on, man.
Look,
all that damn training and driving tractor trailer and come on, man.
Look, they didn't
come on, Bob.
They didn't have hills over there. It was a mountain, bro. when you hit a stop sign, hey, when you hit a stop sign, you looking at the sky.
Yeah.
You looking at the sky because you looking straight up.
Oh,
man. You trying to hold that joke up there, that clutch tight, and you ease up off of it, and you and look.
You think you got it?
And the ship on the column.
Oh, man.
So you on the column and you hold it, and you trying to get it.
Don't stall.
I'll give you a pass on that one, man. Okay.
Hey, listen, I ain't lying, man. You be on them, that thing goes straight up like that. And then sometimes you get up there and there's a bus coming down. Guess what you got to do? Back
get out the way.
I done back down so many mountains. Man, I just nobody.
Well, look, man, we at 2 hours. I'm gonna give everybody another run. I'm gonna start with Joe down there. He been quiet for a minute. Joe, turn your mic on, man.
Just listening.
You the last word.
I was just reminiscing. I was reminiscing when y'all guys were talking.
Man. Give us one of them old Army War stories, man. Come on.
That's what I'm saying. It's so many of them. I just thank God I made it through it, bro.
I hear you, man.
I went through a whole lot in the Army.
I can imagine you've been through some scary places too.
Been up on the DMZ twice.
Hey, Joe, I ain't gonna cut you off. Let me tell you this. I'm gonna let you finish. I know when the I think it was Desert Storm first started. And they had the news reporters over there with some of them soldiers. And they were showing some, I think they were Marine guys, though, but they were probably using the same kind of equipment you guys in the Army use. Them damn, I guess it was an armored personnel carrier. All them boys riding in that thing, man, when they stopped and they slammed them doors over, man, it just gave me chills, man. I mean, just watching them having to go through, I mean, young boys, man, 17, 18 years old, man. Just got to come out of that hatch, man, and go to work, So, I mean, I can imagine, man, you probably been through some stuff, man.
Yeah,
You know,
I used to drive one of them things, man. Them ABC.
man, shit, I drove one time, man, about a block, and that was enough for me. That's why I got part of my disability right now.
Mm.
Driving
Across
on
the
a block.
ocean, one of them things. I was scared it was gonna sink, but it didn't.
Mm.
That's some rough riding, man.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm just glad I made it through it, man. Because when Vietnam in '75, when Vietnam ended, we were getting ready to go over there at the
Mm-hmm.
time, and we had just left Panama. You know, I would always tell you about Panama.
Yeah.
We went over there for jungle training for 6 weeks in the jungle, man. It was 18, 19 years old being dropped in the jungle.
Mm-hmm.
Jungle, and you have to survive on your own.
Yeah.
We dropped in there with the 82nd Airborne at that
Mm-hmm.
time. And like I said, I commend you guys in the Air Force uh, for helping us out when we was out there. The airplanes that would fly over. I was just so glad to see them at times. We could be overrun or anything like that. And those guys run over, man. It just brings everybody starts scattering when those jets fly over, though. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful for that. I know most of you guys are Air Force guys, and uh, you know, just being in the Army at that time, and in '75 when everything had went down. I mean, I'm glad I wasn't, because like all the units that I were in were units that would see combat. They're combat
Mm-hmm.
units. They. So
Yeah.
like I said, it made me what I am today. I tell you that, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thankful for to be here tonight with you guys, and I listened to some of you guys' stories of your military careers, and we're just blessed to be here. And
Mm-hmm.
if it's somebody was like put the draft back in place, I think Bill was talking about that. I don't know if some of these young kids is ready for that. They probably will burn their daggone draft card if they had to go.
Mm.
That's how extreme it is with these kids out here now. They've been given so much,
Yes.
and they're lazy. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I hate to talk about our youth like that, but they're just some of them are just lazy.
Don't hate it.
Huh?
Don't hate it.
Yeah, but that's it's just a fact, that.
And that's why I say don't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't seen nothing yet. By the time, if this man makes it through what he's making through, somebody gonna have to do something.
Yeah.
There could be some changes.
Yeah,
Right,
somebody gonna have to do something, because your bread basket is gonna be empty.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have to get on up and do something. Somebody gonna have to do something.
Yeah.
You know,
That's right.
if they're
That's
not learning anything, there's no training programs in place for some of these guys. Some of them are felons. It was already it was already sad anyway that felons, it's hard for them to find a job in any way to take care of their family.
Right.
And just think about how it's going to be later on, when it comes to felons, and so what are these kids, the jobs are being, and I'm going to close with this one. Did anybody see the other day where this guy, the numbers that came out were terrible?
Yeah.
He went in and fired the BLS lady.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then he put the numbers that came out fit his needs.
Yep.
Right before everybody's eyes.
and then now he talk about the guy that he put in there. Talk about, well, we ain't gonna do no more numbers. We ain't gonna.
Right. Yeah.
It's
Crazy,
amazing, man, how this guy get away with this
You
stuff.
can't make it
Crazy
up.
world. Crazy world.
You
Yeah,
cannot.
it is.
Yeah. Yep.
So, that's all I had to say, y'all. I did a lot of listening tonight, and you guys, y'all hit home.
Yeah. Well, Joe, I'm glad you're hanging there with us, man. Just hang on in there with us, man. Like I said, man,
y'all ain't running me off just because I'm Army now.
we I don't know if you guys know. I mean, I call you guys my team now.
Yeah.
You know. All right, but Smitty, I'm gonna come around to you now.
Well, I think I pretty much said all I got to say for tonight. Like I said, just keep your eyes open, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're gonna have to take action eventually. We talked about that. We just got to figure out what kind of action we need to take as a group and individually. And get, it's not like when you're gonna get in the game, so you need to be studying your playbook to figure out what plays you're gonna run when it's your turn, because that's where we're gonna be.
Yeah,
All right.
that's right.
Hey, Spitty, my 9mm has a full metal jacket.
I hear you might need something a little bigger than that, I think.
Bobby Jones. Bobby.
Listen, I'm gonna take a page out of the Colonel book. Listen, man, I look forward to this every other week. I know I missed a few weeks.
That's all right, man.
Because I'm
Nobody's
trying to help some veterans on the other side. I'm just trying to be part of this American Legion thing and help out. But man, this is it's therapy for me.
It is.
It's times to release all the stuff that I hear for the 2 weeks. The stupidity that goes on. It makes you think about what are other people thinking about? What are they getting out of what we talk about? So
right.
I look at all of that. And of course, I see Ron and Smitty, and we I mean the same stuff we talk about here, we pretty much talk about anyway.
Right.
Okay.
So, I'm just privileged to be on here and talking with y'all, and it makes, like I said, it opens my world up.
Yeah.
I ain't, like I said before, I ain't the smartest person in the world. I'll be damned if I don't know how to think.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing for me. So that's what I got for tonight.
Okay. Ron Price.
Yes, sir. And Bobby makes a good point. I believe that, when you have a multitude of opinions, you can formulate a good decision. A decision, it needs the air. It needs somebody to say that don't sound good. So sometimes when you think about things and someone else gives you a different perspective, you have to step back and you say, well, I didn't look at it from that angle. And we talked about people in other parts of the world that to them death is an honor. You know what I'm saying? And we got people here in this country that don't give a damn about this country. You know what I mean? They don't even think of it as their country in terms of what they're willing to do or sacrifice.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're just here for the bennies.
Right.
And that's sad, you know what I mean? And that's why, being guys of like mind and military experience, we've seen what it takes to be in the military and to survive the military.
Right.
And a lot of these kids today, don't have an idea what's really going on in the country. They just live here. You know what I mean? And they don't have a road to them, shoplifting, carjacking, and all of that bullshit. I say to myself, and I'm really disappointed. I tell you what, I'm really disappointed in is neighborhoods. We allow our neighborhoods to be run down because we allow it. We got some stupid ass code that I'm not snitches get stitches and all. That's bullshit.
Right.
That's sticks and stone, right? So how are we going to live in a better or have a better community or environment if we don't step up to the plate and say, hey, look, it's wrong, don't do it, you ain't doing that in my neighborhood? But yet if they try to put a nuclear reactor in our neighborhood or a new jail, you know what I'm saying? You know what we think about that? Man, they got good jobs. You know what I'm saying? They pay good. We're not thinking about the long-term effects to the water, to the the environment in general.
Right.
And that disgusts me because people in growing up, all I can remember is everybody in the neighborhood on your block know every damn thing about what's going on in your house. You know what I'm saying? And as little fellas, you know, they be like, boy, you know, you shouldn't be over there at that man house. He ain't home. He at work. I'm going to tell your grandmama when I see you at church. You know, they dime on you over there with that little fast girl. She's smelling herself. I'm going to throw something out to y'all, and I'm going to leave it at that. What the hell does manage mean?
Mm.
You ever heard that term?
Manage.
That boy, he managed.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he managed. And she fresh.
That's a southern, some old southern term, man.
Yeah. I never understood what it meant.
Right.
You ain't quite a man, but you think you are.
He's sniffing. He's sniffing like the animals, right?
Yeah, you know what it means, Rob.
He in heat, right? Fellas, man, I really do, because y'all got some good points, man. And it's motivation, because after I retired, I said to myself, I'm going to do something I never done before: community service.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to do community service as often as possible.
Okay.
I was out this past weekend giving out book bags and things like that. And it kind of disgusts me to see how people act when shit is free.
Oh, right.
We did it, we got through it. It was a collective, operation between us, sororities, fraternities, and churches.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a lady, she was either Pakistani or an Indian. She had the formal dressing on and everything. She actually came up to the table. We did hamburgers and hot dogs and water. Mm-hmm. And she told us she needed 10 cheeseburgers when we looked at each other.
Mm. Wow.
And I was like, you know what? I bet you she got on gold slippers.
Mm.
Mm.
You know what we told her?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see 10 people behind you.
There you go.
Yeah.
But she had the audacity to say it, and she didn't think twice.
Mm.
Wow.
Then you got other folks out there. Kids ain't even, the book bag is bigger than the kid. Oh, she need a bag too. I'm like, boy, they make it hard on you to do this.
Yeah, they wild. They wild out there.
They make it hard, man.
Yeah.
You know what, Ron? I was looking at you, man. I was thinking about you when I was up there I went back to my hometown up there in Harlem, New York. And man, right after I got back, the shooting happened on Fifth Avenue. The guy went up there.
Yeah.
And he walked down through downtown New York. And everybody said, how did he do that? I said, because the people in New York don't care.
No.
The people in New York, you can walk over top of somebody, a dead body, and keep on going. That's the way the people is in New York.
Walking with the gun on his leg.
And he had the gun in broad daylight.
Ain't nothing. That's why I tell, but you make a good point, because I tell people, if you're going to visit New York and you're going to Manhattan, don't stand in front of the damn building and look up.
No, don't do it.
Look at the building from a distance. Don't stand in front of it and look up, because you're getting ready to get your coconut cracked.
You sure enough is. When you come out of Port Authority, you just need to have a plan.
He ain't from around here. Let's get him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Justin told me when I was up there, make sure you got your head on a swizzle.
Yeah, man, keep your head on the swivel. Mac Lynch.
Hey.
What you got, man?
I sometimes I don't think I belong in this crowd.
Man, don't say that. Why would you say that? Tell me why would you say that? You too innocent. Okay.
I'm too innocent.
I might go with that, Mac.
Everybody got a pass, Mac.
But Ron, the boy was managed, but that girl was forward.
Yeah.
I ain't never known the meaning of forward.
Yeah.
She was forward.
Her a little hot tail.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I heard that.
Fresh or forward? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I enjoy you guys.
Okay, Mac, I'm just hanging there with us, man. Come on. You part of the team now, man.
No.
We get into the season.
I ain't lived that hard life you guys live.
Get into the season. I don't know, Mac. I don't know about you, man. You keep me low key.
Yeah. Mac said it's so bad he had to suppress it, man. He can't let it go.
Yeah. Bill Jordan.
Well, you asked me about flying today, Chester.
Mm-hmm.
You need to stop it at that. I don't want you to go back into my previous life
What's your previous life?
when I was enlisted.
Oh yeah, well, we know something about that already.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit about it anyway. But I can imagine, man. A thug, what they call thugs, Nick from D.C.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I met Ron Dagley. So
Oh yeah.
you and Dagley from the same area?
No, man. Dagley was from Prince George's County. He came into D.C. as a sheriff's deputy. But
Imagine that.
Dagley and I knew some of the same people because he knew a dude named Swan,
Mm.
and Swan's sister used to go with one of my tight friends. They had a relationship, but I enjoyed what we talked about tonight.
Oh yeah.
Y'all got me opened up about DC, and I hope that what I shared helps put some perspective on what the president is doing.
But that was a lot. We learned a lot from that. That was good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For me, coming every other Wednesday is important because if I have something that I can share, and then I'll share it. And sometimes I get a little bit scared because somebody might be listening, but then I say, man, at my age, who gives a shit?
Somebody listening. I can definitely tell you that. Because like I said, I'm getting messages, so somebody's listening.
Glad they listening.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll learn something.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's very positive what each of you have shared every time that I've been on the program.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful and blessed that y'all allow me to come on and listen and occasionally share something.
Yeah.
So you're a great group of guys. Keep on sharing and keep on watching the news and giving your perspective, because too often we get these what I call BS perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to get perspective from people who look at it like we have tried to look at it, which is we look at it within the context of our life experiences and our socialization.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful and honored just to come to y'all every other. And
Okay. Yeah, but I was Mac. You got something?
I want to say something that kind of related to what Bill said. You know, this forum, this video, once it's out there, it's there. It
Is there?
don't never go nowhere.
That's
I
right.
want to give try to keep a short story.
Okay.
I
Take
got
no time you need,
you
man.
know,
I ain't got to work tomorrow.
I'm into genealogy. One of my cousins sent me a picture, wanted to know if I knew who the people were in that picture. So I I had seen the picture before, but I didn't remember seeing it. But anyway, so I go to Google and do that Google Lens thing, and Google Lens finds that picture for me and tells me who's in the damn picture, and so I can tell him where that damn picture came from. So, and it was published, well, 30, 40 years ago. So, I mean, that's just to tell you, this shit don't go nowhere.
Right.
It's here. So, you know,
Yeah.
it likewise, if you air your junk on the internet, your junk is out on the internet.
That's
Okay?
right.
So this is this is on the internet. It's there. It ain't
Yeah.
going nowhere.
They
I
ain't going
mean,
nowhere.
50 years from now, somebody might look at this
Right. That's right.
and say, those fools, damn, they were crazy.
but they were right.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Or
that's why I
maybe
tell
they'll
y'all,
say,
man.
damn, they tried to tell us, didn't they?
There
Yeah.
you go. There you go.
But I tell y'all, man, anything y'all want me to take out, man, I mean, it's gonna take me a few days to edit. So if you think anything I put in here you want me to take out, hey, I'm not gonna incriminate myself. So, let me know, man. But I put y'all out there, man.
My motto is they can't take my birthday.
I know Mac don't give a damn.
Mac said they can't take my birthday.
I beg Mac. Mac, you sure you want me to put this out? Mac, man, fuck it, man. Go ahead. What they gonna do? Yeah.